What's good, everybody? My name is Jay Fatty. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the power of A minor, okay? So if you're new to music theory and you're new to making melodies, a good scale to start is the A minor scale because it's all just the white notes. That's all the notes in that scale, so you don't have to worry about these sharps or flats or anything. I made hundreds of beats using A minor and they all sound different, even though it's the same scale. You can get some really cool melodies with this scale, so let's talk about it a little bit. So a normal A minor chord would be like this. You got your A, your C, your E. So if we just throw that in, now we have a nice chord, but like I said, all of these notes are in that same scale. So we could even start adding other notes here. And honestly, as long as it sounds good, it doesn't matter if it's a chord or not. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we just copy over a couple other notes here. See, that chord still sounds good, but it's a lot more, it's way more thick. It's got hella thickness to it. We could even do something like this. See, that could be just one chord and it's all those notes. So now what we could do is just Control A and then Shift left click and bring them over, and now we can just start adding other chords. And if we look here, any notes that are on a sharp, like this A sharp right here, let's just bring it up or down depending on what we want to do to a white note on B, so it should be good. And there's no other sharps. Let's see how that chord sounds. So now we already got two chords that sound decent together just by copying and pasting them over. We can do that again. Something like this, something like this. And go in and make sure there's no sharps. Okay, that one's good. This one's got a sharp. This last chorus sounded like trash because we didn't. So now we got these chords. Let's play this. You can even do a Control A and an Alt R to kind of randomize the velocity on these. So now what we're going to want to do is clone the FL keys. I already have one right here, and copy that pattern over. We could paste it. And then in that second FL keys, we can do a Control A and Alt A, and that will go to ARP. And we can alternate these and get a nice top line. So if we accept this and hit play now. So it sounds nice, but it's really dry. We can add some effects to it. So let's just put a vintage chorus on it. And also an RC20. Bring the tempo down a little bit. We can even replace this. Let's actually clone this. Copy this over and replace this with a different sound. So we'll just go to something in Omnisphere. Now you can start adding so much more. Once you have the base of your melody, you don't got to stop. Like you can just start copying layers over. So we can copy these keys. Let's get some strings in here. We're going to copy these keys, paste them here. Now we're going to go to a string machine. You see the vibes that we're getting just by randomly like getting a normal chord and then randomly throwing notes on top of that normal A minor chord. As long as it's all white notes, it's pretty much going to sound good. I don't know why. That's just music theory. It's pretty awesome. So now we're going to add a bass line, and we can add other accents here and there, but this melody is pretty much done. Let's get this bass line though. And for the bass line, all we got to do is just copy these root notes, and then we'll add some flares. So the bass is very simple. Like I said, we're following just root notes. I added a little couple extra things like another hit right here just to give it some feel, and then some higher up bass riffs right here. Actually change the sound of this bass and get something that sounds right with the melody. All right, so we are going to add one more thing, and that's going to be a lead. Something nice that we could put on top. And just like that, we got a nice little 4-bar loop. Now our next steps would be to evolve the melody out and then add some drums. So we can do that in the next video. Yeah, for the lead, all we did was get one lead that was a higher lead and then a lead that's more of like a spacey ambient lead, and we just layered those together. So really, don't be sleeping on A minor. If you wanted to, you could get an infinite amount of melodies from that scale, and it's so easy. Like I said, just mess around with the white notes. Throw white notes in, layer white notes together. As long as there's no sharps or flats, 90% of the time it's going to sound great. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If this video brought you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell. Make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Much love, y'all.